Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Crazy Soft YouTube channel. And today we're going to be installing Linux, so let's go. So I'm going to entitle this the Linux video. It's not going to be a tutorial on how to install Linux, but rather just a video of me installing Linux on my PC. The reason I'm moving away from Windows 11 is because I'm just not happy with the product anymore. I don't know which direction it's going. There's a lot of UI inconsistencies, I feel like. Now that AI is going to slowly creep its way onto the desktop, I don't know how I feel about that personally. And I mean, really, I think it's time for a change. And I'm not new to Linux. Like, I've used Linux before. I love Linux. My main driver is the Mac OS laptop, which I love. I do all my editing on there, iMovie. You know, my podcasts, I listen to podcasts. So that's my main drivers, the MacBook Pro. The desktop is only used for gaming, and that's pretty much it. Now, the first time I installed Linux was a complete and utter disaster. I believe it was Red Hat OS 9, and I had to download 4 ISO images, and back then the internet wasn't the fastest, so it took a few hours to get all 4 CDs, and then I would burn it to the CD. Now, halfway through this installation, or more than halfway, I should say, about good 80-85%, completely just crashed. Like, it wouldn't read from the CD. Failure. Don't know what happened. To this day, I don't know what happened, and I mean, that could have easily put anyone off of Linux for a while. For some reason, it just kept going. It kind of just got me curious as, okay, what is this operating system? What's Linux? And from there, I just started distro hopping from OpenSUSE, Red Hat, Debian, Mandriva Linux was another one. Arch, Gentoo, Slackware. I've tried a lot, and ultimately I just set on Ubuntu just because it was easy to use. It was just pop in the CD and install it. I didn't have to mess with anything. And now that doesn't mean I wasn't forced to use the terminal or learn and navigate my way around it. Plenty of times where I had to edit Xorg files just to get my video displayed right, or maybe my Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I had to edit something there or compile a driver, and I had to get my hands dirty still. So I remember compiling kernels. I thought that was, again, I don't know why I was compiling the kernel, because I wanted it could be faster. The interesting part is when you're learning C, you quickly realize how Linux/Unix kind of fits into all that very quickly. It almost like there was a moment there where the light bulb just kind of went on, and it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense now. I understand why things are structured the way they are, and everything is literally a file. And I recommend, like, if you're someone who programs or is into coding and stuff like that, please, by all means, like, Linux should be somewhere installed and, you know, being messed with, if that's your jam. If not, you don't, you know. This isn't the first time I've done it within the past year, and I have tested it out with Steam, which was kind of important to me in all this, to make sure that my Steam games work, because I have a pretty big library. And I would say, like, a majority of my games do play fine. So I have nothing to worry about there, which was great. And now that Steam is, I mean, the compatibility has been amazing. So I use that. I use a DualSense 5 controller, and it just works. For the most part, I got all the tools I needed installed that are on my Mac, on Linux. The only one I couldn't get installed was DaVinci Resolve. There was some library issues there, and I don't want to mess with that. Another one I had a bit of an issue with was Unity 3D, and there was some permission setting that it's a well-known bug, and I'll post a fix down below for anyone that's having that bug as well. With that being said, yeah, let's go install Linux.